Hello, this is Jose Stevens from the Power Path School of Shamanism, and I'm going to talk about how to greet the sun in the morning in a shamanic way. There's actually a number of different ways from different traditions, so I'm going to talk about one of them. I'm going to talk about the Toltec way. First of all, it's very important when you wake up in the morning, if your schedule allows it, to go out somewhere and greet the sun. The sun is at its most powerful in terms of what it can do for you if you greet it when it's just coming above the horizon. Now, this is this late spring time here, and the sun comes up very, very early, so I'm not catching it right now on the horizon. It's actually up in the sky a ways, but it's still early. It's still morning, and so anytime within 2 hours after sunrise is acceptable to greet the sun in this way. And I understand that some people don't have yards to go out into. You might have an apartment, or you might be in a condominium. You can do this at a window that faces the sun, or you can go out to a nearby place in your neighborhood where you can actually see the sun. So the sun is over here. I'm going to turn and face the sun, and the first thing I do is I greet the sun. And even if it's cloudy, it's okay. The sun is still there. So I say good morning to the sun. Good morning, sun. Thank you so much for your light. Thank you for your beauty. Thank you for giving me and all of us, the life-giving radiation and energy for life all over this planet. You're completely reliable. You come every day, and you're actually always there, because it's just the earth spinning that causes you to seem to come and go. But I'm so grateful to you, and I greet you, and I honor you. And now what I do is I take a Qigong stance, which is my knees are slightly bent, so I can look down and I can still see my toes. And my hands are in the gunslinger position, which is basically hanging at my sides. And then I bring my hands up so that my thumbs are just above my navel, and my other fingers are pointing down. My index fingers are touching. And I'm gazing at the sun. I'm not looking directly into the sun, but I'm looking nearby so that the sun can enter into my eyes, the sunlight. And my hands move forward, and they move outward and upward, like wings unfolding. Meanwhile, my pelvis is moving forward slightly. My chest is opening. My head is going slightly back. So it's as if my body becomes like a bow. And you can imagine a bowstring from the back of your head to the heels of your feet. That's where the bowstring is. And then imagine that there's an arrow notched in that bowstring, and it comes out right where your heart is, and the arrow flies right into the sun, connected to your heart with a long string. And so now your heart is connected to the sun, and you hold this position for less than a minute. It doesn't have to be held for a long time. Gradually your hands come forward and down. Your pelvis moves back, and you enter back into the same position when you started. And now, after a brief rest, your balance is on the balls of your feet. Breathing is normal. Hands move out and upward again. Pelvis moves forward. Face moves back, creating the bow again. And this is the ultimate Toltec warrior. I've put my armor away. I've put my shield down. I've put my sword down. I have no weapons. I'm completely vulnerable, completely defenseless. I don't need to be armed to face the sun. I need to be completely open and available and vulnerable. And in this way, I'm at the peak of my powers. And I greet the sun. I say hello to you and thank you for your beautiful light and your warmth. And I wish you many blessings. So these are all just little prayers. You can say whatever you like. These are things I like to say. Hands come back slowly, and pelvis goes back, and you're standing erect now with your knees slightly bent. And we do this a third time. So after a brief rest, hands move forward again and up and out. My chest moves open, forward. My pelvis is moving forward. I create the bow again, but not straining my back, not injuring any part of my body with this stretch. So modify it if you have to for your own body and your own condition. And once again, I'm vulnerable completely. I'm connected to the sun through my heart. And I greet the sun. Thank you for all this energy and chi. Thank you for filling me up with your light and power to start the day fresh. And now I bring my hands back, pelvis back into the original position where I now just simply rest a moment. Now, this takes a couple of minutes to do, but if you don't have time for that, maybe you're late for work or whatever, and it's very important to greet the sun anyway. You don't have to do this process. All you have to do is, for example, if you come out of your house and you stand facing the sun, and you can just connect your heart to the sun and say, "Good morning, sun. Thank you for your light and your radiation and for giving me life," and then off to work. So even like 10 seconds, even 15 seconds is better than ignoring the sun, which is the most powerful thing around. It's our most powerful thing in our whole environment. We depend on it daily for our lives. And to think that we would just walk past it and ignore it, it would be a sign of extreme rudeness if we were to do that with, say, the Dalai Lama or something like that. So something as powerful and as wonderful and as great as the sun, it's a little inappropriate to just walk past it and ignore it. It's a greeting and a connection with it is a powerful act. It'll carry you through your day, and your day will be different. So try it, and you'll see.